Good morning, everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. Rise and shine, assholes. Rise and shine. Okay, so it's time you wake up, grab yourself some Dr. Pepper, some Coca-Cola, some Pepsi, some Mountain Dew, something caffeinated, preferably something with caffeination or sugar or both. So, what do we have going on today? Well, I got up at I set my alarm an hour ahead, despite the fact I was too lazy to change it. But technically, I was up since 6 a.m. And that's how it goes. That's how the story goes. Okay, so I have this special thing to show you. This is the inside of my brain. Now, notice that inside my brain, you see there's a channel of yellow. Again, Eric's favorite color. And then on the left side, it's negative. Poor judgment, very bad analytics, just bad. Demon Eric and asshole switch dickhead Daniel. And then over here on the right side, we have very good creative mindset, good kid Daniel, and nice guy switch. Now here we are in the foloscope of what my brain looks like. Now, in case you guys are wondering, will the adventures? Yes, there'll be some more Albuquerque adventures. The only reason why I haven't posted any is because, well, every day is like an Albuquerque adventure. So why would I have a series called Albuquerque Adventures if every day I live here is like an adventure? So you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sounds kind of silly to have something that is an adventure. If it's an adventure every day, eh? Yep. That's what old Papa Daniel here be saying. That's what old Papa Daniel will be here saying. That's what old man Daniel will be saying. Remember the times when we used to grow up and we used to have Walmart open 24 hours? Remember when we used to have McDonald's inside the Walmart where you can sit outside with Ronald McDonald? Remember when you used to go and play demos on the TVs with all the games controllers? You remember when Toys R Us used to have the big displays that had the Game Boy Color for Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow? Mm-hmm. I am from that era, and I'm hoping that most of you guys are as well. So, again, let me remind you of where we once were. And now, in 2025, it is a lot worse. Not trying to burst your bubble or be a braggart McTaggart, but let me tell you something there, Sonny. Let me tell you something. Daniel isn't doing this for ha-has. I am doing it for you guys to also not only do this entertainment in this channel for you all, but to kind of continue my mission by trying to find solutions and answers to the people who are upsetting the universe we love to call the comic book universe. The comic book universe is a universe that lives inside our universe, but people fail to understand that the comic book universe is a much larger universe than they think it is. Because, again, all the way back to the history of Marvel Universe, which, oh yeah, I recommend, if you don't know the history of Marvel Universe, go pick up yourself a trade paperback volume, preferably paper, on History of the Marvel Universe. There's 2 volumes. It's done by Marvel Masterworks. The Marvel Masterworks collection. Yes, the Marvel Masterworks collection. If you want to know more about the history of the Marvel Universe, you can do that, or just go get yourself a big giant encyclopedia at your Barnes & Noble store. Or if you don't want to do that, you just buy a book online with Amazon or eBay, your choice. But I also heard Weird Al Yankovic, he loves eBay. So if you love Weird Al Yankovic and you want to be just like him, then go follow eBay. But if you want to be a dumbass who wants to wait a long time for your stuff to show up, and it might not be what you're looking for, Amazon. Okay, I say that because from experience, many different years of experience in the universe myself, over 20 plus years in the universe of comic book universe, I want to remind you guys that I am pretty much, like I said, a self-taught comedian. Do you know why I teach myself as a self-taught comedian? Well, it's the same reason why Master Eric has taught me the ways and the lessons, despite how backwards they are. I want to remind you guys that I only made the channel to continue his legacy. Like I have referred to you guys before, and if you hadn't watched the 12-year anniversary special, the humble beginning of how I got Hutchins Hut started, then hit me up on my email. Again, it's danhutchins78@gmail.com. And maybe, if I'm in a nice mood, I might forward that video to you. As long as I know who the hell you are, then I might forward it to you if I'm feeling nice. But again, like I said, it's just... And again, I could be a really nice guy. I could be a very swell guy. I could be a really well-rounded dude. I'm usually a laid-back kind of dude. Make no mistake unless your name is Mr. or Mrs. Stupid. But let me tell you something, kid. Let me tell you something, you dumbass. Let me tell you something, okay? I've been called names all of my life, and so if I've been called names all my life, I could call you guys names, despite the fact of your low attention span. You don't like to understand things, even when I repeat them towards you. It kind of reminds me of my family, but you see, you guys are not really necessarily just my family. You're my minions. Yes, I'm like Mr. Gru played by like Steve Carey. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Steve Carey. It's like Steve Carey or Steve Carroll. I call him Steve Carey, but it's like Steve Carroll. Steve Carroll, I call him Steve Carey because, again, it's just easier saying Steve Carey than say Steve Carroll. Mostly because, not to get that confused with, another guy I really idolize, Drew Carey. But I just don't even say Steve Carroll. I just say Steve Carey. People say, who's Steve Carey? Oh, it's Steve Carroll. That's right. I have to correct people about that, but then if people try to correct me on if I'm wrong, I snap at them. So if there's one thing you must understand about winning the heart towards the Daniel, one thing you need to know about me is I'm a kind of complicated guy. In fact, I've always been a complicated guy. I've been a really crazy guy. I was raised by crazy, I was taught by the crazy, and I self-teach myself to be crazy. And yes, again, like I've told you guys many, many, many times, yes, Superhero Town will come back. Yes, Superhero City will come back. Superhero City, Superhero Town, yeah. If I ever hit the big time, if I ever, get famous on this channel or my other secondaries, perhaps I might bring back Superhero Town. I might bring back Superhero City. Build the whole idea like there's, how I used to tell you guys about how my brothers and I used to build Superhero City underneath the bed. And then my dumbass brother David decided he wanted to have the audacity to throw my shit away, despite the fact, he was only 7 or 8 or 9 at the time. But yeah, I don't care. But anyway, I hold a grudge against my brothers, in case you guys don't already know. Because again, last time I checked, siblings are supposed to butt heads. I mean, that's what siblings do. They butt heads. It's a dick measure contest. Who has the bigger dick today? Who is the bigger dick today? But again, I'm pretty sure, if I wanted to ejaculate myself right now, I probably would. But I'm not going to because I have no reason to right now. Most of the time, I like to do it by myself with my locked door upstairs, and I just don't give two fat diddly fucks. I just don't give two fat diddly fucks. If I want to jerk off alone, I jerk off alone. If I'm going to want to watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for the millionth time, I'll do that. But Only underneath my own rules do I do that. I self-teach myself in the art of the crazy, just like I am trying to teach you guys the art of why I'm crazy. I have self-made myself. Well, I've self-made my own self to be the craziest YouTuber that's ever walked this earth since the dinosaurs. I am the most craziest YouTuber that has ever walked this earth since dinosaurs. You know what I mean by dinosaurs? It's like, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. Honey, I'm home. Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. Okay, if you're going to say that one more time, I'm going to throw you across the room. Not the mama, wait. Again, want to give daddy a kiss? Not the mama, not the mama. That is starting to bother me. Okay, you know what also bothers me? Do you know what really grinds my gears? When people think they know what I'm trying to deliver, but yet they have the fucking arrogance and the egocentricism that they think like, oh, you want to say that you know that, even though you're going to inflate your head so fucking big that it's going to be like, you know, you could put, and it's like your head's going to turn into a balloon, and then your head's going to become a balloon, and then after your head becomes a balloon, it gets so fucking big, and then it pops all over the fucking damn place. And you have blood, and guts, and brains, and everybody else. But, again, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something straight, Sonny. Let me tell you something. Sometimes the Daniel takes things on a comedic level, a really fucking perverted kind of messed up, kind of screwed up kind of level. And when I do that, people say, oh yeah, that's why I was in a psych hospital when I was 17. Why was I in a psych hospital when I was 17? Well, I was in a psych hospital when I was 17. Do I have to explain that? Oh yeah, that's right, I already did. Back on an Eric special. I already said that already. I've already told you guys already. So if you guys don't already know, yes, I was in a psych hospital back when I was 17. Hence why I hate the number 17. I hate the number 18. Again, I also revealed that back as an Eric special as well. The reasons why I hate the number 18. So if you've been sleeping on the channel, go back and watch the old videos and let me just, continue my spiel. Okay, let me finish my spiel. Because, boy, oh howdy, we definitely have some entertainment we gotta do. We gotta dish you guys up some fresh stuff. Don't you know? We gotta deliver you guys only the best, most interesting, most weirdest, unique content that this YouTube world has ever encountered on. Yeah, I might be smaller. Yeah, I'm not as big as the other comedians and comics and all the other people who say they're funny. But let me tell you something, Sonny. The sun don't shine. You gotta wake up when the sun shines. Ayy. Again, waka waka. You don't wake up when the sun shines. You wake up after the sun shines. Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka. Very bad impression of Fozzie Bear. Now for a favorite funny guy, Fozzie Bear. So today I was walking down the sidewalk and then I saw a pretty girl and she was hanging out with her boyfriend and the boyfriend took his girlfriend and underneath a park bench and they were embracing each other with a very, very long hug. And then some asshole comes riding up behind them out of nowhere, riding their skateboard like the true dumbass that he is, and spooks the hell out of him. And you see, the dumbass on the skateboard wasn't looking where he was fucking going because he wasn't wearing a helmet. Surprise, surprise. Again, wear your helmet when you wear out a skateboard. Same reason why you should wear a helmet when you ride motorcycles. Unless your name is Mr. or Mrs. Stupid, you wear a helmet when you're on a skateboard, a scooter, a motorcycle, or whatever mobile means of transportation you have. Now, again, let me remind you guys, sometimes in this world, the world could be a really, really proverbial, really fucked up place. And I've reminded you guys that kind of in that one video I made, the late night video that other night. But I've actually repeated my stories more times than I can count on my two hands and two hands. But again, like I said, yeah, I'm just like, I'm beside myself. I'm besides myself. There's only myself. There's only you. There's only you guys. And without you, the channel would have not been successful without yous. See, I need to grow it up to 1,000 subscribers. I want you guys to help me reach 1,000 subscribers, by the time 2039. I want you to help me reach 1,000 subscribers by the year of 2039. Why 2039? Well, you see, I don't know. Because that gives you guys no excuse at all to go back and enjoy the awesome content that I have here to offer at the Hutchins Huts. And I will always deliver fruit to you. Yes, I will always deliver to you. Okay. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. For the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment you've all been waiting for. You're the best, Nothing's ever gonna take you down. You're the best, Nothing's ever gonna take you down. Don't you know that I am here? And guess what? I told you. I told you. I told you so. I told you. I got paid in payday bars. Yes, I got paid in payday bars. And no, they're not 3 small payday bars, but they're the next best thing. 2 big payday bars. And there's one thing that Daniel loves. It's payday bars. You know why I love payday bars? Because they got peanut butter. You know why I love peanut butter? Because, bitch, I love peanut butter. That's, again, why I have a very soft spot for payday bars. Because I got paid in payday bars. Because I got paid in those payday bars. This is the sequel that you've all been waiting for. This is the sequel after 4 years ago when I made the original one, when I had my cut off orange shirt that I wrote in permanent marker saying, "Go Cleveland Browns." But yeah, I don't know. Cleveland is kind of one of those places you either love it or you hate it. But I also heard there's a lot of Ohio State fans up there, so I don't know. And I also heard that's where, a lot of football is kind of born from in the Midwest. Also, Ohio River Valley, Daniel Boone Homestead Plantation. He was a trailblazer. Yep. So anyway, I got paid in payday bars. I got paid in those payday bars. So, let's get after it. Let's get after it, shall we? Again. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I know I'm not gonna eat both of them in front of you. Am I that stupid? No, I'm only just gonna eat one of them. Am I that stupid? Hey, like I said. Again, I got paid in those payday bars. It only took me 4 years to make a sequel. So give the old Daniel a little bit of slack, okay? Give me some slack, okay? It's been a rough time. And boy, oh howdy, it's been a really rough time. Before you call me crazy, before you call me weird, let me tell you, you don't have to. You just don't have to, because I already am crazy. I am already weird. So save your breath and save your energy. Don't say something that I already am. I'm already crazy. I'm already weird. Because I was born to be weird. I'm born to be weird. Born to be weird. And yes, I am. I'm born to be weird. Born to be weird. And yes, they have me taking these meds, which I don't really feel any different yet. So, again, I don't know. But, again, call it as you will. But, I'm going to put this other baby up in the closet. And guess what? I also have another favorite that I have to reveal to you guys. Another thing that I want to reveal to you guys is, you know my old master Eric. You know how I told you about him. He loves Skittles. You also know another person who loves Skittles? I love Skittles. Master Eric loves Skittles. I love Skittles. Taste the rainbow, bitch. Taste the rainbow, bitches. Taste the rainbow. Bitches, taste the rainbow. You know why? Because we're in a magical place called Albuquerque. Again, you know, if you are uneducated and your name is Mr. Dumbass, let me remind you that yes, next to payday bars, Skittles are another favorite that I inherited a love for after the great Master Eric had passed away almost 10 years ago. But again, these are the most, the two best flavored bags that you can get. Wild berry and tropical flavors. You know why? Well, despite the fact the originals are, they're okay. The original Skittles are okay. The OG Skittles are okay. But they're nothing in comparison to these puppies. Nope. The tropical flavors and the berry flavored, they blow the original Skittles out of the ballpark. Because, again, you buy Skittles at the BJ's or the Costco or the Sam's Club or whatever fucking wholesale club you go to. And, my friend, let me tell you, you could buy these puppies in a box at the Costco. You can buy these puppies right here that I hold in my hands, in my beautiful, beautiful sausage-like hands, my grimy-ass hands. Let me remind you, my friends of the universe, let me remind you that Daniel doesn't play around when he plays with candy. He just goes all in. He goes all in. You know why Daniel goes all in with that candy? Because, bitch, I be like sugarcoating shit faster than fucking Willy Wonka. Yes, I do. Why do I have a fascination for Willy Wonka? Well, again, it's kind of apparent reason why I follow junk food and candies and sweets and everything else that leads you cheesy teeth. You know, yellow teeth, brown teeth, you know. Because, again, if the Daniel wants to be a cheeser, I will be a cheeser. If I want to be a poser, I'll be a poser. If I wanted to strike a pose like Black Widow as she's landing out of the helicopter, then yes, I'll be a poser. If I'm about to wrap my fucking flexible fucking legs around somebody and take them down like Black Widow did in Iron Man 2, yeah, then I'll do that. If I'm interrogated by a Russian dumbass while having my ass tied to a chair and then I wake up and I kick the person in the balls and then break the chair with my ass tied to it, and then I'm like, hey, Phil Coulson, I'm working right now. Can't you see I'm being interrogated by a Russian? Yeah, but Natasha, we need you right now. It's gonna have to wait. I'll put you on hold. And then, that, my friend, is one of the reasons why Scarlett Johansson is one of the most beautiful things that has ever happened in the comic book universe. You know why? Hence the reason why old Marvel movies are better than the new ones. Yep. The old Marvel is better than the new Marvel. You know why? Because the original 6 Avengers, as they met in 2012, unlike Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, he's like, okay, I'm going to need an answer to what will happen if the world is being attacked by aliens or extraterrestrial threats. So, he had this idea, and his plan comes together, where he has this idea called Avengers Initiative. There's one thing that I love about the word initiative. Again, that's one of Master Eric's favorite words, initiative. Initiative, not initium. Initium is basically the past tense of initium. I said it again. Initium is the past tense of initium. I said it again. Initium is the past tense of initiative. There, I had to fix it and repeat myself like 5 times. But, you know where I'm getting from. But basically, initiative is one of the things that Master Eric always wants me to follow, despite the fact I can be kind of lazy when it comes to following the initiative. Now, initiative is a very special thing that Master Eric wanted me to do after he was been dead. But, again, initiative, the definition of initiative is doing something without being told. That is what initiative is. And if there's one thing that Master Eric taught me, it's initiative basically is one of the ways to win the heart of Master Eric. One of the ways to make Master Eric happy is by doing initiative. That is one of his favorite things, as he's instilled that into me. Back, when I was a rebellious piece of crap punk, back, when he flipped his writ on me when I turned 13. The rest of my adolescence, it all kind of happened like a blur. It wasn't really good. In fact, it was terrible. But, hey, I'm still here, aren't I? But, again, what we have to leave in the past, we leave in the past. But we like to celebrate, the Master Eric, despite the fact that a lot of people don't understand that Master Eric basically was my dad. Despite the fact that, people hate when I call him Master Eric. The reason why I call him Master Eric is kind of simple. One of the reasons, and I have kind of told you this back in Eric Appreciation Month a couple years ago, I have revealed the reason why I call everybody Master is because it's what they do in the South. Down in Georgia, down in South Carolina, down in Florida, down in North Carolina. Could be taking your ass to North Carolina, Yeah, we're the fathers of flight. We represent North Carolina, Your princess is down in our castle now. We stayed all night playing Donkey Kong. You're just addicted to shrooms. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, lost an extra life. Oh yeah. We stayed all night with the princess. She was in our castle. She's in our castle now. We were all night playing Donkey Kong. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, lost an extra life. 'Cause bing bang weave, you don't have a wife. 'Cause your dumb ass is so dumb, but you and your plumber brother are just a bunch of dummies. Yeah. The Daniel Director Edition of the Rhett and the Link Epic Rap Battle of History, the Wright brothers versus the Mario brothers. And yes, Rhett and Link have been on Epic Rap Battles a couple times. In fact, they're the best. You know why? Because, well, it was during the time and a place where the internet used to be great. Well, the internet still is great, but not as great as, when it first came out. But, again, mostly that's because they have this campaign where you have to be like, hashtag save Epic Rap Battle of History by donating us today. Which means, basically the channel's in big trouble, and they need money. And money, again, is something I don't have. So, again, I haven't worked in over 10 years. I haven't worked a job in 10 years. And I hope to stay unemployed by subsidized payments and government aids. I don't want to work. You know why? Last time I checked, this is America. If I want to be provided by the government, I have to cozy up to them, despite the fact I roast about them all of the time on my social media threads. But, again, like I said, I'm owned by New Mexico. You know that? I'm owned by New Mexico. You know why I'm owned by New Mexico? It's the same reason why I was owned by Master Eric. Until, he committed a very, very, very foolish act by killing himself. But again, like I said, I celebrate the fucker anyway. Because, well, we wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for him. Again, he had to put all his computers and all his things in lockdown and change the passwords because he was afraid I was going to look up pornography. I mean, come on, how shallow is that? The great Master Eric saying that he had to lock down the computers just because he was afraid I was going to look up pornography on his laptop. Well, that's because he's paranoid. That is the grand example of being paranoid. Another dirty secret I can tell you is Master Eric had a gun in every single room of the house. Even the back room. Yes, I'm not lying. I wish I was, but I'm not. Master Eric had a gun in every single room of the house. And why? Despite the fact he's a school psychologist who's now dead, because, come on. The school has shut the doors, and so that's because we tried to fight against the city of York. You know where I'm from. York City or York, Pennsylvania. Or York County, Pennsylvania. Whatever you want to call it, I don't fucking care. But anyway, I came straight out of York, Pennsylvania, where I spent most of my life, and then I was down in Hanover, Pennsylvania, where then I met Master Dave. And then, it was an hour to get to work for Master Dave because he drove into Baltimore. You see. And then, the beautiful thing is, it's just a straight shot down from Hanover down to Baltimore. So you just follow that road. You cross the Maryland border, boom. The Maryland border, I just call it Maryland border. I don't call it Mason-Dixon. Some people call it Mason-Dixon, but I call it Maryland border. So, well, I don't know. Again, the legend of the Mason-Dixon border goes all the way back to the 1800s. After they're like, the South had lost the Civil War back after, the bloodiest fight in all of American history. It's also nicknamed the bloodiest war on American soil because it is the bloodiest battle that's ever happened on American soil because, again, it is. I mean, women were being raped. They were wearing these really, really tight dresses with hoop skirts and crinolines. Crinoline dresses, hoop skirts, Victorian era kind of princess-like kind of dresses. Yeah, dresses that are almost as big as this fucking table that I'm sitting at. Yeah, for real. I'm not lying, dude. I wish I was, but I'm not. It's all true. All of it is. But again, more the reason why I have a fetish for old women or young women, old women or young women, wearing those big, humongous dresses. They also have a little something we call down in Mexico, they call them quinceañera dresses. Again, that's another one of my fetishes that I love to follow. And yes, I love, big fat gypsy wedding. That's another thing I kind of like. I also love Say Yes to the Dress. Okay, so I kind of said too much, but you guys already would have found that anyway, despite the content and the fact that Google and the government and the federal government and the FBI already knows about the stuff I watch on YouTube. So I'm not hiding nothing. So if President Orange wants to send somebody to take my ass out of New Mexico, come at me, bitch. Come at me. Because I could die tomorrow. I could join my dad. But, reminder, again, I'm not trying to invite violence into the area of where I'm trying to stay safe. But, again, I want to make it my damn, good mission to let people know that if anything was to happen to me, at least I still have delivered content to you from yours truly, the great Daniel Hutchins. Now, the secret to a good payday bar is you buy it brand new and then you put it in the freezer for, I don't know, a couple days. You take it out of the freezer, you put it on the kitchen counter, and then when your sister tries to think that she can eat it, but she can't because she has a milk allergy, you hide those puppies up on the high shelf of the cabinet where her short little dinosaur arms cannot reach it. And then here I am eating it right now. And I told you I was going to still do it. Yeah, so again, the Daniel likes to stick true to his promises. You know I always do. You know I always stay true. I'm the most laid back fucker since Bob Marley. I'm the most laid back fucker since Bob Marley. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning, right before the rising sun, and three little birds sat outside my window. And they were swinging seat songs. They were good and pure. They tried to say this little message to you. 'Cause I said I don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning before the rising sun. 3 little birds sat outside my window, and they were singing sweet songs that were good and pure, saying, this is my message to you. Alright, so I just don't give a crap about anyone or no one, because the people don't understand the comic book universe. But let me tell you, sonny boy, the world has been fucked up since the dawn of civilization. It all kind of happened back billions and billions and billions and billions of years ago. Yes, let me tell you about a little book. It was called the Book of Genesis. It happened at the dawn of the earth. That is why the God tried to make the earth in 7 days, and then he said on the seventh day, God damn it, now give me some rest. But then when he came up and he's like, okay. He created the universe, the planets, the star, the moon, the sun, the stars, and where we live today. He made what was great much, much greater. He has his son, his name was Jesus. In the Spanish nation, he goes by Jesus, which is the same fucking name as his name anyway. But anyway, over in the Middle East, people over there like to call him Allah. Allah, Allah, we them boys. Allah, Allah, we them boys. Allah, Allah, we're making noise. Allah, Allah, 'cause we them boys. We like to support Jesus Christ. Because, bitch, we support Jesus Christ. Allah, 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 we them boys. Allah, Allah, we them boys. We like to smoke weed and marijuana on the streets of Jerusalem. We're trying to get you some. Allah, Allah, we them boys. Allah, Allah, we're making noise. We're trying to disturb the Roman Empire, trying to uplift Julius fucking Caesar. Allah, Allah, we them boys. Allah, Allah, we them boys. We're up there making noise. We're painting all blood of the sheep that we murder on people's doors, trying to make a new world order. But let me tell you something, the world's always been fucked up like it always was. Allah, 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 we them boys. Allah, Allah, we're making noise. We're killing off people with our sand sabers, and we're killing up all those sand niggers. Cause let me tell you, Allah, Allah, we them boys. Allah, Allah, we're making noise. Allah, Allah, we're making noise because we follow Jesus, because we follow Jesus. Because we follow Jesus. Because we follow him. Because we follow him. Come and follow Jesus, because he'll find the way. He has an undying love he wants to say. But let me tell you, if you're lost and you can't find your way, then go to Jesus. Go to Jesus. Alleluia. Alleluia. Because let me tell you, the world is been screwed. Back when Cain has killed Abel, and Eve tricked Adam into eating the fucking fruit from fucking Eden. By a fucking dumbass snake that took a bite at him again. Because this is how we want to follow Jesus. I'm taking my ass down to Arizona, even though the sun is hot. With a girl next door wearing lots of dorks, but then she hangs out with them anyway. I'm taking it easy. I'm taking things easy. But that's the reason why I do the Daniel Unscripted. Yeah, we might lose and maybe we win. But bitch, I've always been always there for you because my name is Daniel. Cause my name is Daniel Hutchins. It's a hut with a double chin. Because I'm named after Jabba the Hutt and fucking Thanos. Because bitch, I'm gonna give you balance. I'm gonna give ya balance. Bitch, I'm gonna give you balance. I'm gonna give you balance. Black Panther dead and Spider-Man is dead. Peter Quill is dead and bitch, I have no creds. Do I give any respect to any of them? No, I fucking don't because my name is fucking Thanos. I have the universe out. I wipe half of them out. Cause I wipe half of them out. Because I wipe them out. I'm gonna take my gauntlet, flip and bend it as stones. I'm gonna snap until I can't no more. Wiping half of life off the universe because I wanna snap until I can't no more. Yeah. This is Thanos. Thanos was right. Thanos was right. Cause I'm gonna take my shot. Cause I'm gonna take my shot. Yes, I'm hungry and scrappy and I feel all crappy, but I'm gonna take my shot. And you had no reason to ask why. And they call him Gaston because his name is Gaston. Nobody fucks people like Gaston. He's got big fucking muscles. And he whips bimbos by the arms. He throws those bimbos around. And I eat 12 dozen eggs every day. I started eating 12 dozen eggs every day. And then I got big and strong. I have antlers and all my decorations. Because, bitch, my name is Gaston. No one shoots like Gaston, has big boots like Gaston, and stomps around like the bitch like Gaston. Because I feel extra strong. And then you wanna know why. Because, bitch, I feel extra strong. And you know that I'm that guy. Don't worry, Belle. You will be mine. Don't worry, Princess Belle. You'll be mine. After I kill that beast, you'll be mine. You'll be mine, Belle. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. I wanna make you mine. Princess Belle, I want to fucking fuck you. Princess Belle, I want to fucking fuck you all the time. You could read me any storybooks, but bitch, I want to fuck you first. I want to kill that stupid fucking beast that kidnapped you. My name is fucking Gaston. My name is fucking Gaston. And I'm gonna show you. Oh, I'm gonna show you something about me that I can quite honestly say that I can pee all over the fucking flower garden of the castle and not give two diddly fucks. Oh, my name is fucking Gaston. My name is fucking Gaston, baby. Princess Belle. Oh, Princess Belle. Oh, Princess Belle. I will make you mine. I don't care if you're hanging out with people who quite think that you're so queer and stupid. But bitch, let me tell you, Gaston's always there to give you my love. My name is Gaston, my name is Gaston, and I'm about to show you some. I'm gonna kill the beast and I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna fucking try to impregnate you. Maybe have myself a couple sons. And maybe you could even have a daughter. Mm. My name is fucking Gaston. My name is fucking Gaston. My fucking name is Gaston. I'm gonna open up a bar for you. And bitch, you can have a library too. I don't fucking care whatever fucking happens. All I want was you. Mm. Princess Belle, Princess Belle, Princess Belle, Princess Belle, you're not Taco Bell. No way. You are the sweetest freaking thing in the world of Paris, France. Hell, if they made an Eiffel Tower that was as big as your ball gown, as till as old as time, till as old as time, as I like to say, once again to you, Beauty and the Beast, but more like it's going to be Beauty and Gaston. Beauty and Gaston. Don't worry, my cronies. Don't worry, my minions. Don't worry. I will exact a way to make a alternative ending. Maybe someday on Hutchinson Production. Maybe someday. I will write the new Beauty and the Beast, where Gaston actually kills the Beast and gets hooked up with Princess Belle, like this story should have been. And yeah. A lot of people says the legend of Gaston, like I said, they say he fell off a castle and died, but no. You see, if I was to write a alternative take on Beauty and the Beast, it wouldn't be called Beauty and the Beast, it would be called Beauty and Gaston. Yes, I'm gonna write that down right fucking now before I forget. Beauty and Gaston. Beauty and Gaston. Only on HHP. Hutchins Hut Productions. Hutchins Hut Productions. This has been a Hutchins Hut production. Please make sure you subscribe. If you aren't subscribed, go subscribe. It only takes 2 minutes of your time. Go over and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Again, like I said, my friends, I'm only trying to make greatness come back again for this comic book universe that ultimately the rest of the executive douchebag dumbass dumbfucks don't seem to understand. That it's not their stuff we want. We want to make our own universe. And boy, oh, howdy do we. So, until next time, see you on the huts.